Beautiful humans. Happy Tuesday, big waves to you. Double hands. If you're tired today, the double hands will work it out. Good to see you. Good to see you. So, hope everybody's off and running and having a good start to your day. If not, hopefully we can straighten that out. So, we did not see any birthdays today. So, if it is your birthday, we do not want to miss it. So, let us know if it's your birthday. The word for today, perceptive. Okay, perceptive. So I actually really like the word when I looked at it today. If you look at the definition, it's Andrea, did you have something you wanted to say? Okay, I didn't know. So perceptive is having the ability to notice, to understand, and interpret things that aren't immediately obvious. A perceptive person, well, they tend to see beyond the surface and they recognize the details, the patterns, the emotions that other people might miss because they're just looking at something on the surface. So let me ask you this. So if you're a perceptive person, it's more than just having a sharp eyesight towards things, right? You have an awareness. So I immediately went to how many of you have someone in your life that, let's say you're walking down the street and they have this keen perceptive of what's going on around them. And you're like, I didn't even think about that. So my point being is they might be like, hey, they might be moving you in a direction because they see possibly a problem up ahead. And you might be the person that's like, I didn't even see that problem. Like I wasn't even noticing that. But they have this keen perceptive of, okay, there's danger ahead. So we need to detour. We need to alter. Um, does that ring a bell? Like, does anybody have that person in your life? So anyway, that was one of my thoughts. Also, a perceptive person, one of the things that when I was looking up this is you can acquire this trait, but what it said was perceptive people tend to earn more money in their lifetime because they tend to not listen to just what's being said. A lot of times they look deeper into it. So they start noticing opportunities other people overlook. They recognize maybe when someone needs encouragement, like they just pick up on these keen senses. They understand the bigger picture before making a decision. So for me, whether it's leadership or it's business or it's relationships, perceptive people tend to ask better questions. They tend to solve more problems effectively. They tend to build stronger connections because they take time to observe before reacting. They take time to listen before talking. They take time to observe before just jumping in. So for me, I don't know, Andrea, I'll turn it to you after this, but I can look at a perceptive person and go, hey, I've kind of got some skills over in this area. And then I turn around and look at different parts of it and I'm like, but I don't hear, right? So I I've got, as I'm looking at this word, there's a lot of needs improvement pointing back at me that I need to do a better job at in different areas. So I'll turn it to you.
Well, I thought this was a great word, and I found it super interesting because I'm going to say I am not observant. I'm not. Like if you show up in a red shirt and you go change into a blue shirt, I'm probably not going to notice. If there's just a variety of things I'm not going to notice about like the details. But I do think I'm actually pretty perceptive, but more on how does this feel, right? What's the mood in this room? What are people thinking? Like, what's kind of going on in this space? I think I'm pretty perceptive there, but I could definitely be incredibly oblivious walking down the street and not noticing that maybe there's a little bit of danger somewhere around me. So, interesting combination. But the quote that I found was, the perceptive person sees wisdom where others only see information. And so, what I looked into is okay, how can we practice being a little bit more perceptive? How can we hone in on this skill? Where can we grow in this space? So, first of all, and this is a good one, listen to understand, not just to respond. I heard something one time that I'm going to mess up. But it said that so much of our conversation is us just listening to ourselves come up with our response. So Colleen's talking to me and she's telling me about her day. And I'm thinking about what I'm going to say about what Colleen's saying instead of actually listening to Colleen. I'm so sorry, Colleen. I want to know about your day. I will listen better in the future. But don't just worry about our response. Let's listen to actually hear what's being said to us. Two is to pay attention to the little details. I don't have this skill. This is a growth space for me, coach. Pay attention to the little details because they often tell us the biggest story. Three is we want to be more perspective. We've got to be focusing on looking for opportunities instead of obstacles. Oh, the obstacles are pretty easy to see sometimes, right? Sometimes they can trip us, but a lot of times we can see the flaw in any plan, right? Anybody else see that? Like we're like, yeah, but, right? In any plan. But if we want to truly be perceptive, let's go look for the opportunities in that same plan because they're there, right? We're absolutely there. Four is to focus on observing people's needs before they're spoken. People will give beautiful clues if we're just paying attention. And, sometimes it can be hard to ask to have those needs met. So if we're more perceptive, we can be a safe space for people that they don't have to do the hard thing and ask for that. Five, and again, this is a growth space. Pause before making assumptions and before and gather some information in that pause, right? So take a moment before you fill in the answer, pause and realize that, you know what, we don't have all the answers just yet. So don't fill them in and make those assumptions and assume that we know what we're getting there. And then six is learn from every situation, even the difficult ones, even the ones that we wish didn't happen, even the ones that we kind of want to forget about, because I think that's one where the lessons are and where we can truly learn to be more perceptive. Because the more I can't say it. This is a hard word.
Perceptive.
There's a lot of syllables.
Yes.
The more perceptive we become, the wiser our decisions, the stronger our relationships. Who wants that? Oh my gosh, I want these strong, deep relationships, and the greater our ability to lead others with purpose. So there's so much power in becoming more perceptive. So today, got a little challenge, a little tiny one. Our challenge for today is slow down just enough. Right? Just slow down. We're all busy, right? All of us are running around like chickens. I know it. You know it. So just slow down just enough to notice maybe one thing that you could have been overlooking. And it may be that little tiny piece of insight that we've been needing all along.
So, Andrea, I want to say this. Great word, great lesson. And I was about to end today by saying the same thing. So I encourage all of us, like, guys, we live a busy life. And a lot of you are in sales. A lot of you do what I do for a living, or at least for a side project like your diversification. But we need to be better perceptive people. So that means we've got to slow down. We've got to stay curious. How many of us are not as curious for our customers, right? Like, are they having benefits? Have I talked to them? Have I given them a call? Have I checked in on them? What about our brand partners? Like, do we check in on them? Do we stay curious? What about a brand new brand partner? Like, am I helping them move along or am I just sink or swim? Right? A lot of times, perceptive people slow down, they stay curious, they pay attention, and it really, really pays dividends in the long run. So, and it's something we can acquire, something we can learn how to do a better job of. That's the beautiful thing. So, guys, we hope you have an amazing day. Happy Tuesday to you. We'll see you back tomorrow. Hump Day Wednesday tomorrow. Have a great one out there. Love you guys.
Love you guys. Have a beautiful day.
You too.
Love you guys.
Love
Thanks,
you. Great
guys.
Okay,
homework.
guys.
Again, Jen.